Getting frustrated with your email marketing? I totally get it. Today, I'm going to share with you 10 things that really annoy me about email marketing. Number one, getting your email into their inbox. Why is this so hard? I'll tell you why it's hard. Because in the interest of consumer protection, Google or Gmail, Yahoo, Outlook, all of these consumer email platforms are protecting us from unwanted marketing, spammy advertisement stuff, right? Like, you get it, your spam box is full of junk. And what they have done is they have created, certain algorithms, there's that A word, algorithms, that look at our emails and they say, does this seem like a marketing email? In that case, I'm going to send this one to promotions or maybe spam, depending, instead of sending it to the inbox, because they are trying to protect the consumer. Now, as a consumer, I appreciate that. As a business owner, that's kind of annoying. One of the things that you can do to help that is, and I say that, I mean how to get your email into the inbox. Email consistently once a week is awesome. Ask your subscribers, if you land in the promotions box, to pull you into the main inbox or the primary inbox tab, or mark it as a VIP or start, or, there's a lot of different ways that the different platforms have you, indicate that you want to see somebody's email. If they add you as a contact, that'll come to your email box. So you have to ask for what you want, right? So ask them, and don't just ask them once, ask them over and over. Not every email, but every 6 or 8 weeks, just ask them, can you make sure that you're dragging me into your inbox? I don't want you to miss any emails. Or we've got a big promotion coming up and I want to make sure you hear about it, right? The second thing that really annoys me about email marketing in general is when people sign up for your list with multiple email addresses. Now, this may seem like it shouldn't be a big deal, but think about this. A lot of the email marketing platforms charge you based on the number of contacts you have. So if I have the same person signed up under 5 different email addresses, that's literally costing me money. So one of the solutions to that is, because a lot of people may not realize that they are. I don't know about you, but I have emails that are pulled into like 6 different email addresses that pull into the same email app. So they may not realize it. So one of the things you can do is at the top of your email say, and you should have this in the footer too, but you could do a particular email sequence or campaign that says, hey, just so you know, you are subscribed under this email address. So they're aware that they're subscribed under this one, and then they'll get it 3 times and realize that they're subscribed 3 times under 3 different email addresses. There are ways that you, as the owner of the marketing platform, can go in and merge contacts. If you have the same contact, with 3 different addresses, I've had to do that before. And so there are ways that you can manage that, but it is really frustrating when people sign up for your list without realizing that they already have, or that they already used a different email address. So I'll get off my soapbox on that one. One of the other things that is so frustrating about email marketing is when they're opening, but they're not clicking through. We know now that as of the time of recording, which is January of 2022, the recent iOS 15 update means that anyone using the native iOS app on an iPhone, we are not getting accurate open data from them. Okay. Now, I don't think anybody's actually figured out what we are getting. So we can't really trust email open rates anymore. I'm not saying that they are completely useless. It really depends on the number of people that you have who are using the iOS native app. And a lot of email platforms will tell you which platforms your emails are being read on, right? So it's really hard to trust the open rate. We really want to trust, we need to trust, and we can trust the click-through rate, right? Which is why it's so important to give a good, solid CTA, call to action, right? But it's so frustrating when you look at your email statistics and you say, I had a 40% open rate. Why do I have a click-through rate of 0.67%? Like, it doesn't make any sense. And a lot of that could be related to the iOS update. It also could be that you write great subject lines and your emails need some work. So there are different variables, but that is one of the most frustrating things about email marketing right now is when you know they're getting them, you know they're opening them, but they're not clicking through. The other thing that one other thing that frustrates me about email marketing is when you do split tests, which is a great idea, and the split test doesn't return any kind of useful data. Sometimes you'll do an email split test and you'll be real specific, careful about crafting your subject lines or whatever it is that you're testing, and your data comes back even, right? And you're like, but that didn't tell me anything. Split testing is a long game. Okay, you really can't tell anything from a single split test. So don't get frustrated about, how quickly or not quickly your split tests are giving you data. I do have a video, and I'll put it in the description below and maybe on the screen right here, telling you more about split testing in emails and the different things that you can split test and the data that they can provide you. Something else that really, this is probably the biggest frustration for most people, is when you're sending those emails and they're just not opening them. Why are you not opening my emails? Is it because you're not getting them? Are the emails going to spam? Are the emails going to promotions and you just don't check your promotions tab? Is it because my subject line is boring? Is it because you get too many emails? Do you hate me? Like, why don't you want to read my emails? And a lot of times most of the time, we'll never really know why that is. And the fact that a 20% open rate, depending on your industry, but an average 20% open rate is pretty standard. That means each subscriber is reading 1 out of every 5 emails that you send them. This is why we need to, I don't want to say you can't email them too much, but because you can, but not everybody is reading every email you send. So when you get ready, especially to do a promotion, that's why you have to really plan out your emails and consider the frequency with which you send, because nobody's reading all of them, except maybe your mom. And she's a fan anyway. So when they're not opening, it is super duper frustrating. These last two are probably two of the most frustrating, or I don't even say frustrating and annoying parts about email marketing, but really it's not even that they're frustrating. It's that they will stop people from actually using email marketing in their business. And that is trying to figure out what the heck I'm supposed to write about each week, right? It's hard. You stare at the blank screen with that little blinking cursor and you're like, I don't know what to say. I do have an email, and I will link it below in the description as well. And maybe I'll put it over here. About 10 things that you can write about to your email list anytime. And they're not things that you have to prepare. They're not things that you really have to think a whole lot about. They're just things that that you just don't know that that, and they might be interesting to your subscriber list. So make sure you check out that video. And finally, one of the last things that's really hard about email marketing is selling without feeling pushy, right? One of the questions I get a lot is, should I sell in my emails? Well, yeah. I mean, that's kind of what your email list is for, right? I mean, it's your potential customer list. We want people to buy. But if you never tell them about the products or services that you have, how are they ever going to buy from you? So remember, and this is kind of a mindset shift that you have to make as a business owner, and I still struggle with it every day. When you have a solution, there is someone out there who has the problem that your solution solves. So it's important that you share with them that you have the solution. It could change everything for them, right? Now, do you have to be pushy about it? No. You don't have to be late night infomercial spammy like that. Nobody likes that. But you can use stories, you can use testimonials, you can share with people in an authentic way, in a way that feels, ethical and non-slimy, and let them know what you are offering so that if they are having that problem, you can solve it for them. Now, should you do this in every single itty bitty email? Probably not. I usually do one sales email a month, one email that promotes some sort of paid product. And what that is varies by client. It may be a low ticket product. It may be like a coaching, if they have a coaching program or something. It may even be like a free live workshop or something like that, that will bring them in and help them get to know you a little bit better. But you don't want to sell all the time, but you do want to sell to your email list. So practice, do your elevator speech or whatever, and get comfortable with articulating the problem that you solve with your product or service, because there are people out there who need your solution. What are the things that annoy you about email marketing? I know you have some, and ones I haven't even listed here. So drop me a comment below, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.